Z, B, F, A, and Y, right? You can see if we follow the pattern of who moved where, and R is one of them who also went across Beringia. And so did the original L3. Some just went straight this way, right? But they became Y and A. And as these populations moved across, and I do have record of one, and one, her name is Naya. Her bones were found here in the coastal region of the Americas, right? As we move across again, they're changing again. We have a whole nother climate, a whole nother set of hominids here. So they're changing again, but this will be their last change. They're isolating, they're mutating, they've already migrated. You know, they have to acclimate to these new regions. But again, if we take the DNA from these people, they have no genetic affiliation to the people on this continent.
Right. In terms of going back to the question, in terms of going back to the question now, did the African Americans, with the prompt says, are African Americans originally from America, or did they originate from Africa? The answer would be, based on the basis of what you're showing, is that they are descendants of the Africans.
Absolutely. And I'm going to show you I'm going to show you the father's DNA, because I also have the male migration pattern as well that goes with it. So this is dad. Dad's very important because dad
hold on, Kat.
lays it down.
I'm a little lost. Kat, please, 1 second. I was going to ask you a question after his question. Yeah, go back to that map you had on there earlier. The green spot on that map. Yeah, the green spot here? Close to the continent right there.
Yes, in the Middle Eastern portion.
Yep. Okay, that green spot, when you go further on the right side, there's another green spot. What's the relationship between those two green spots?
What do you mean? The Middle East and the country here? There is no relation. That's just the color that they chose. There's no relation there. You get more of a better picture with the Y DNA.
So, Kate, is it okay if I ask you a quick question?
No relation in the color.
Ever, can you give me a second, please? Because you're about to just start. You're not even asking to ask questions. So, with all the humanoids that came out of these variant of hominid, it seemed like Native American is consistent of all the hominid, and Africans are consistent of the first. Or how you call it, Homo sapien, only in the DNA, and it seems that Native American have all the hominid with that mutation and the hominid in here, right? Like European has limited, Asian has limited, but Native American have all the hominid with the one that met here as well, right? With the mutation.
Well, yes, exactly. And they were actually the last ones to mutate in this group if we go farther into it. But yes, the people over here are still genetically, a few are genetically, just a small group, are still genetically connected to here. More the ones you're going to find with a bigger genetic connection to this area would be those in the Canadian region. A lot of them still have a connection genetically to these people. You're not going to so much find it in the Americas, the U.S.
And the color connection has no relation.
Can you please stop interrupting? Like, my God, I'm trying to continue. No, you're not. You were making a statement. So
I'm trying to ask about the map. It's a color coordinated map. I'm trying to understand if the map.
It's not color coordinated. These are just the colors that they chose for this particular map. There is no coordination. It's no coordination. So if we go over to the father, and this one really gives the information here, because dad is who? He is the seed spreader. He is a major part in spreading seed and, helping to increase the population. So what we have found is that your average African American male, this is their haplogroups after they DNA test. Even up until today, any of you get a DNA test, one of these will be your haplogroups, showing your genetic connection to this continent. But
please, sis, please. What are those? B2?
You have E3B1, you have B2, E1B1A, and E1B13. Majority of African Americans have these here. because they are direct descendants of cattle.
Kat, I have a question. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Kat, I have a question. So recently, prior to this, they said DNA was fake. So which one is facts now?
DNA is not fake. Standards of DNA and DNA testing actually come from the country.
Let's see it on the.
Kat, the question is not for you. Musa, when you say DNA is fake, are you asking that question to Kat, who's presenting to us?
No, because prior to this conversation, you guys had on the forum.
No. My question to you is, are you asking her based on what she's presenting?
Yes.
Or are you asking the question if you do know DNA is fake or religion is fake, whatever? Because you came up here.
My brother, you still on the religion?
Yeah, you know, you my brother, and I'm going to be factual. Because when you came up here, you spit a lot of religious stuff. I didn't ask you nothing. I didn't context to anything you said. I didn't agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
But when you ask a question based on what she presenting genetically, then you're becoming biased.
So which one we're going that way now, because they say when I first entered the forum, they said DNA.
No. We'll leave away. We're going away when it